Hey YouTube, it's Lee again. Gonna post I hope a relatively short video on presuppositionalism, and the reason I'm doing it is because it it's a very at this point it's a very oversaturated topic, and not so much that I want to touch on any of its failings and fallacies and all that stuff that's been clearly demonstrated by many of the YouTubers out there. You don't need another another person out there pointing out the obvious. But if you do have any questions on it, I will. Please see the series by Known No More and Dan Courtney. Those two guys break stuff down, and it's just amazing. I've also seen endless debates and stuff like that. And when I first learned about it, I really was fascinated by the whole thing, and not so much that it was convincing or anything, but the sheer absurdity of the argument, or I'm sorry, lack thereof argument, because it isn't really an argument at all, and how many of the atheists that were opposed to it were tackling it, and I was watching a video by Capricious Black Box, who said in some weird way, it made a lot of us think about, epistemology, and it helped improve our argumentation, and in a lot of ways that's true. I agree. But I've been wholly fascinated by the whole thing. And I'm driving home from work today, and I'm sitting there and, thinking about all the things I've seen recently, and I pretty much come to the conclusion that presuppositionalism is a done deal. I mean, that was the best a theist had for a while, and it's been refuted so many times that as of right now, like, any first year logic student can refute the whole thing and just walk away at this point. And it leads to the question: is presuppositionalism over? I mean, in a forum where intelligent discussion, honesty, and all that, and all that stuff comes into play, this is pretty much a done deal. I mean, I don't know anybody who's sat there and said, well, this is a pretty convincing argument, I think pretty much all the major guys, all the proponents of presuppositionalism, Side 10 Bruggencate, Eric Hovind, those guys, they better just stick to teaching classrooms in their church and attempting to brainwash these young people while they still are very impressionable, and before they've actually, took the time to really learn some critical thinking skills. And I can't imagine anybody really giving this any relevance anymore. I know people, and I've posed this question to other people. I put myself in the shoes of the presuppositionalist, and I've gone down the script, because that's what it is. It's a script, and right off the bat, people are just like, what? Like, this is a stupid argument, and they pick up right away on the circularity, and on all the other fallacies and logical inconsistencies. And so I'm driving home from work, and like I said before, I'm like, this is pretty much a done deal. It's over, right? Is anybody really taking this seriously anymore? I mean, if you need any other sort of, evidence of this, FSX23, which is a YouTuber, had a second debate with some guy named David Sarche or whatever, and him, FSX23, and Alex Botten debated this Dave character and his roommate or friend or college buddy or whatever. And it was so blindingly easy for these guys to just refute these two theists on every level. It was almost comical. I mean, at one point it was just laughable. And I think we're all at a point now where we can see it coming, and we just sort of we can laugh it off and dismiss it. So hey, if you disagree with me, that's fine. You can post something in the comments section. But if you really disagree with me, really, what do you have to say for presuppositionalism? You know, what are you going to ask me? How do you know that? You know, are you gonna try to uh, you know, detract from any sort of comments or questions with the "is it absolutely true?" Da, 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 da. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous, and I think everyone at this point can see just how ridiculous it is. And so I've come to the conclusion that anytime I run across someone that has that sort of argument, you can just sort of laugh it off. I mean, you can just I can just almost start reeling off the fallacies and just walk away. So anyway, YouTube, just wanted to, I guess, get that off my chest. So till next time, bye.